The United States and China are engaged in an arms race to develop the most lethal hypersonic weapons. The U.S. Air Force Secretary said, as Beijing and Washington build and test more and more of the high-speed next-generation arms.
The European Union is to reveal details of a global investment plan that's widely seen as a rival to China's Belt and Road Initiative. Insiders say it'll set out concrete ideas on digital, transport, climate and energy schemes. It's regarded as part of the West's efforts to counter Chinese influence in Africa and elsewhere.
Ukraine urged NATO to boost military cooperation with it and prepare a package of measures, including sanctions, to deter Russia from attacking the country. It says NATO should prepare economic sanctions to be imposed on Russia if it decides to choose the worst-case scenario.
The Taliban renewed its call for the United States to release billions of dollars in frozen funds after 2 days of talks in Doha as aid-dependent Afghanistan grapples with economic crisis. It was the second round of talks between the two sides in Qatar since the US ended its 20-year occupation of Afghanistan and the hardline Islamists rapidly returned to power.
The Biden administration plans to tighten travel rules to combat the Omicron variant of the coronavirus, by requiring all air travelers to the U.S. to be tested within a day of their departure regardless of vaccination status, according to a foreign media.
The Nigeria Center for Disease Control on Wednesday morning confirmed the first case of the Omicron variant in the country. The NCDC said 2 cases of the variant were discovered through genomic sequencing. It albeit linked the cases to 2 passengers from South Africa.
The National Command and Operations Center of Pakistan has approved the administration of COVID-19 vaccines booster jab for people grouped into 3 categories amid the threats of an outbreak a new variant of the virus. The forum decided to inoculate healthcare workers, individuals above the age of 50 and those having a weak immune system with the booster shots during the special drive.
Pakistan has lost 9 lives to the coronavirus. According to NCOC, 414 new infections were reported in the last 24 hours. The positive recorded at 0.97%.
CNG stations across Sindh have closed from today till February 15, 2021, confirmed the SUI Southern Gas Company. The decision to close stations has been taken keeping in view the gap between the demand and supply of the commodity and to meet the gas requirements of domestic consumers across the province, clarified the SSGC.
An in-camera meeting of the Parliamentary Committee on National Security of Pakistan has been called on December 6 for a briefing on the national security policy. National Assembly Speaker has summoned the meeting. Advisor on National Security will give a presentation to the attendees.
The government has decided to impose a temporary ban on completely built units of imported cars for the next 6 years, from January to June 2022. Approval of a temporary ban on the import. The government wanted to curtail its import bill to the tune of over $3 billion on annual basis.
Former Pakistani cricketer Saqlain Mushtaq will continue his job as the interim head coach of the national squad for the upcoming West Indies series, slated to kick off on December 13. West Indies will be touring Pakistan for 15 days to play T20 and one-day international series.
Elon Musk's SpaceX could face bankruptcy if serious improvements aren't made quickly to its next-generation Raptor engines, according to an email seen by 2 news organizations. What it comes down to is that we face a genuine risk of bankruptcy if we can't achieve a Starship flight rate of at least once every 2 weeks next year, Musk's email said.